Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Today we have something that's new to me. This was sent in by my buddy Alex over at Alex's Knife Box. Please go check out his channel. I know I talk about him here and there, but he's a great guy. We talk all the time about everything. So just become a really good friend, and he has an awesome channel. And I'll put a link down in the description below. So he loaned in this Red Blade Knives pig, and I had never heard of Red Blade Knives before. So this was quite a treat. It's a very cool knife, and it turned out to be a prototype. He actually just ordered it like he would order any knife, and somehow, some way, they shipped him the prototype. So that's pretty freaking cool. So congrats on that, Alex. Anyway, it's a big knife, but not huge. I mean, in my world, it's kind of a normal size for me, but it might be big for some of you. So, bear that in mind. Close length, we've got 4 5/8 inches. An overall length of 8 1/8. 3.4 inch blade. 3.14 cutting edge, S30V steel, fantastic. Big old thick blade at 0.243, which is great. I like a big knife, so that works for me personally. So yeah, I can't complain about that. And it's only 6.9 ounces, so it's really not big, bulky, and heavy. So you can carry this all day, every day. And it's 0.685 inches overall thickness minus the clip. And I believe it is running on washers. I couldn't really find out for sure, but it feels like it's on washers. And when I look at that, the best I can tell is that it's washers. If I'm incorrect, Alex, I'm sure will comment, because he may not watch all of my videos, but he does watch the videos with his knives in it. I am sure, as I do when I loan out a knife, because I want to hear what Alex thinks of the knives that I sent him, because I've sent him quite a few. Metal Complex, another good friend of mine, I loaned some knives to, and it was amazing listening to him talk about the knives I lent him, as well as Neve's Knives, Jared and Kara. I lent them the same knives I lent to Metal Complex. So it's kind of a cool little YouTube circle we got. So this does have titanium liners, textured G10, which is really grippy, but not overly sticky, if that makes sense. I've had some knives before where you just touch it and your hand kind of sticks to it. That's not this, but it is grippy for sure. I mean, it's grippy. You're not going to slip out of this one. It could be raining and you're not going to slip out. This being the Gen 2, it came with a deep carry pocket clip, and it does have protruding screw heads, right? But where they're placed, they're offset and they're far from the clip. Not a problem sticking this in and out of your pocket. It just is super smooth in and out of the pocket, no problem. Now, the maker did call this the pig. The story goes in reference to his dog's name, Pig. Don't know, but that's the way I hear the story. So it is titanium liners, a big, thick titanium backspacer. And an interesting thing is there is a lanyard pin or post there for a lanyard, which I don't use, but I like the fact that it's kind of a hidden lanyard rather than a hole through it. Just because aesthetically, I think that looks a little nicer, but it's fine. But the interesting thing is that lanyard pin back here is the same size exactly as the internal stop pin. So should you have a problem with the stop pin, you effectively have a spare back here that you could disassemble this knife. It has normal hardware over here on this backside. Might be a little, I think this is grippy enough where you could undo the pivot. You could take this apart real quick, pull the lanyard pin out and swap it with the stop pin, put the bent stop pin back here where the lanyard is, or leave it out altogether, and you would be good to go. With a 1/4 inch thick blade, it's meant to use. So while you shouldn't have a problem with the stop pin, you've got a spare. I like the blade shape. It's a little different than, maybe we're used to, but I like the fact that it's not all blinged out with information and like a billboard, but I do like the fact that it says prototype, gives a blade steel, and their logo on the front. All in all, I am really glad that Alex lent this in. It does come with, I believe it came with this sheath. Alex sent it in the sheath. I don't think it's something that he came up with on his own. So it does give you the ability to wear it horizontally, I guess. I'm not really sure. I didn't really ask Alex. I was like, whatever. But you could put this on a backpack or Somali gear or something like that. I could see a use for. But if it's a knife that has a clip, you know where it's going for me, right in that front right-hand pocket. And that's where it'll live all day, the day that I choose to carry. I think it's great. The ergonomics are really good. You feel the clip, it depends on where you grab. If you grab back here, you're going to feel the clip a little bit, but if you are here, you're going to fit just fine. And you're not going to feel the clip. You can choke up a little bit. You're not going to really want to choke up too much, but you can put your finger on that tab, and it does give you some room to choke up a little bit. So let's do a couple of size comparisons real quick. You can finger flick it, middle finger flick it also if that's your thing. So starting to run a little long here, so let's just get the size comparisons out of the way. Let's do it backwards just because the way the pocket clip sits. Make it easier so it's not all at an angle. Here's with the Sharpie. Here's with the large Sebenza 21. Roughly the same size, just obviously the pig is thicker. As we would all like the pig to be thicker because you get the best bacon from the thick pigs, right? Okay, that was bad. Spyderco Delica. And how about this one? The Kaiser Escort Custom that I just got in from Dirk Pinkerton yesterday, just because it's new and it's sitting here on the table. So there will be a review of this here in a few days. I like to kind of work through the cycle a little bit. Alex sent these in a while back, and this is the last one of his that I have. So I wanted to get that one in and out of the way. I try to kind of go in order or by types of knives sometimes, because I just got an AD-15 in the mail today that I'm going to compare with the Cold Steel AD-15. So I was kind of holding the AD-15 from Cold Steel that somebody else lent me so that I could do it with John's custom AD-15. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you get the idea. Here is Alex's Red Blade Knives Pig. So thanks for watching. Kind of rambled there at the end, so I will just say thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the next one.